All right. Thoughts at the spot. Episode 7. Or 7, yeah.
Or 6 part.
6 part 2 because we're recording the same night.
We're recording again, so if you're watching the video, we're wearing the same stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that. Do you have something I can change real quick?
It's like, is this a whole week after?
I totally forgot about the video.
Stupid.
Wearing the same sneaks and everything. You know?
It's like wearing the exact same outfit as last episode.
Yeah.
It's
not the same one though. It's not the same video. It's a different one.
No, but no, it's the same. The same day.
The same night.
We literally recorded episode 6 like 30 minutes ago.
We took a quick nap.
He had a power nap.
Almost didn't wake up, but
but
this is my intro.
Dun, dun, dun,
London Bridge has fallen. There, Carlos.
Ding.
You know what that is?
London Bridge is falling down. Falling. Isn't that what you mean?
No, bitch. That's the. Code
Is that what we're talking about? Is nursery rhymes?
No, that's the code that.
I know what you mean.
Get scary for a second, bro.
London has fallen.
Is it? No, bro. That's the White House has fallen.
Oh, is it? Is that the? But R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the Queen.
R.I.P.
Not the wifey. The Queen of England.
The Queen. I know what you did there. Okay. Yeah, she's not the Queen.
Your girl?
No, your girl. To you.
Okay. No, wait.
Yeah. Is she? We're lying, bro. She doesn't listen. Well, you gotta.
Dude, she can end my life like the Queen ended Diana's life.
Oh, dang, you're throwing out theories already. Dang, we just started. We're like, what, 2 minutes in?
I know, dude.
Dang, bro, just like that.
R.I.P. to Princess Diana.
There's a lot of theories behind it. I have a couple things that I pulled up, but you can give me your first thoughts on what you think.
I miss her. That's my first thought.
But I'm not big into
Polygamy.
Politics and all that type of stuff, but living here in the U.S., what does that mean to us? Since you're more involved in that political scene.
What? That she died?
Yeah.
Nothing.
So why are we all talking about it? Shouldn't we just like let her rest and?
Yeah, but it's
like,
the same thing.
It's like R.I.P. to Queen Elizabeth, and then we move in.
But it's the same thing, yeah. But I mean, we still do R.I.P. to Selena. And you know, she's been dead for 25 years, 30 years now.
Selena?
Selena Quintanilla, bro.
You're comparing the Queen to Selena? Hey, Selena is Queen though. I'll give you that. But yeah, bro.
Why would we still talking about
like
her?
Selena, dude. Cue the song. Come on,
you can't do that on the spot.
Come on, bro. If you're gonna throw out her name, you gotta have it ready. Like,
I know, right?
It's like boom.
And then I can't post it. Then it's
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
he can sing it.
But he would definitely sue us too.
Oh, the dad's.
Yeah, the dad's dick. He would definitely sue us.
He's like I can't even post an image of her probably.
Yeah, you probably can't unless it's J-Lo, right?
Yeah.
Right, you could use J-Lo.
Don't even get me started with J-Lo, dude. I don't like her.
Dude, I'm gonna walk out. He's like, I'm just gonna walk out. Cut it.
Yeah, when I hear her talking about J-Lo, bro, why?
Yeah, but dude, you're the one that's. Man, this is why I can't work with you, bro. You know how hard I have to get to hard to work with you?
Yeah.
It's
how
fucking
hard
tough.
Did you get?
Minor.
Damn it.
It's just like, you know, when you have morning wood?
Yeah.
It's like you can't do nothing about it, you know?
I mean, you can.
No. How do you stop it? How do you prevent it? You can't. That's what you do to me. Like I just, so I just can't prevent it. I don't like it,
but it's there.
But going back to that, I think. See, bro, you always take me off track, bro. God damn it. Need a new co-host. I forgot what I was gonna say. It just fucking. I just drew a blank. Yeah, R.I.P. to the Queen.
You said that already, bro.
Dude, R.I.P., bro. But there is a lot of conspiracy. There's a lot of thing that's goes around the royals and the queen. That I didn't even know about before, bro, until you told me you wanted to talk about it. So I started doing some research. I was like, damn, this is pretty dark.
Dude, give us the dirt, bro. What's going on with the royal family?
The royal family, they're British.
Yeah.
They're not American. Mind blown. You're like, oh shit, what the? Nah, but.
And then cue the applause. Uncue it.
So there's a couple things, but I'm just here looking at. It doesn't really give me the stories here though.
Yeah, but those conspiracies are like crazy, bro.
Dude, it's that time of the episode when we do conspiracy theories. That's when we throw out stuff out there, and hopefully you guys believe.
Well, one before you start, because I feel one conspiracy that I'm making up myself.
You're gonna make up? You're gonna make up a conspiracy right now?
Yeah.
Ooh, you hear it here first.
You heard it first. No, I heard that the reason Queen Elizabeth lived so long is because she would
eat kids.
Eat kids, yeah.
That's what I heard too. I mean, that's what I heard. There's a theory for us Mexicans.
Yeah. For
Mexico, that's what they say. That
like, what is it? What is it called? Not embryo. What's the other one? What's that thing that they can save life? Oh man, I gotta look it up.
But yeah, that's what I heard. Growing up, that she would eat kids. But what do you know? Like, did she?
Oh, anyways, but yeah, like going back, it's just like she lived so long because she would use. Oh my gosh, I forgot what it's called. It's like when the baby is born with that thing that's inside the umbilical cord, and they use it later on. But it's
the placenta.
Huh? Placenta. Not the placenta. It used to be a technology. I mean, it is now, but I don't know if they what's it called anymore. Anyways, that whatever that thing was that they would use to give to the queen so she can live so long. I mean, 96 years as a queen. She must have been doing something. And just how
you don't think it's just genes?
Nah.
You really think she did something like eat kids?
Probably ate babies.
Maybe. But she didn't live that long though. I mean, in the sense of like, what was she, 96, 97?
96.
Yeah, it's like there's still people that live 100, and do you think they eat kids or babies?
No. Well, no, but I mean, she has the money to buy babies.
But maybe she would do something else.
I don't know, but I don't think even what's the name, his son's gonna last that long as a king.
You don't think he'll last long?
Nope. I feel like it's gonna be Prince William taking up the throne.
Prince Willie. Prince Willie. No, but I mean, I don't know much about the royals. Like I said, until we decided to talk about this. But some things that are throwing out there. I mean, especially here in the United States, we hear a lot about Meghan Markle. Are you a fan of Meghan Markle?
I'm not.
There's something off about her. I don't know.
I feel like she's controlling, dude.
I feel like she's just with my boy because I like Prince Harry. I think Prince Harry's pretty cool. I think that she's being manipulative, and I think she's just using him. Yeah. But that's just me,
I agree. I see it too. It's like one thing is right. Like damn, I feel like I'm taking over this one because you ain't got saying your conspiracies.
Dude, I take over every episode, bro.
I have to.
Every like my back hurts from carrying you every freaking episode, bro. At least you could do it on this one. Just one episode.
No, I heard that. So the thing is, like, right? She didn't want to be doing. She didn't want to work for free. By that I mean I know the royals get paid money for being royals, but she wanted to get paid millions, right? So what the thing is that's out there, conspiracy or whatever it is she told Harry like, hey, we have to leave the United Kingdom, and we got to go to California, and we got to do a tell-all book and make money. They made 24 million or 25 million from a book deal, and then the podcast that she has and stuff like that.
And then she did a thing with the Oprah, no? That one
interview. The Oprah.
Where she came out and saying that they were racist and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, she's like, oh, I don't care about the family. I don't care about the titles.
But she's complaining about it now. But
she's complaining about it now because...
Right now, that's what I heard. That the King Charles was going to take away the titles from their kids.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, she's like, oh, they deserve the titles. But as I was reading into that, too, is like... So what happened, right? Her kids didn't get the title because they weren't the grandkids of the queen, right? They were the great grandkids. So only the grandkids get. That's why Prince Harry and
no, Prince but doesn't William, Prince William's kids have titles?
But the reason they have their titles is because they're next in line. They're closer, right? They're like the second, third, and fourth in line. Well, third, fourth, and fifth in line, right? Because it goes Charles.
So, I mean, how does that even work? So if so now King Charles is here, right? Yeah. What if something happens to him? Who's next in line?
Prince William.
Is not the other sibling of Prince Charles?
No, because
he has siblings, right?
Yeah, but it goes to the
eldest, firstborn.
Yeah, firstborn or the eldest. Well, now they changed the rules, but it goes to the firstborn. So King Charles is the oldest kid from Queen Elizabeth.
From Queen Elizabeth, and then from Prince Charles, it goes to the
Prince William, who's the oldest one. But then they came up with the rule too. So the reason now it goes now that King Charles is king, it goes to Prince William. From Prince William, it goes to his kid. I think his name is Georgie. And then it goes to his daughter Charlotte. And then
why? But it's not the firstborn.
No, but if the son George was to die, then it would go to his daughter because he has 3 kids. You know, boy.
Yeah, but doesn't Queen Elizabeth have more kids?
No, they don't get. Now they're pushed back though.
I don't know how this works.
So then after the
so when does Prince Harry get an opportunity? So he doesn't ever get an opportunity.
He will get it. So like let's say Prince William dies with his family in a plane or something. So then his 3 kids die. Then it goes Prince Harry. But then now if he becomes king, then his kids get the throne. So it would be his 2 sons or
I think he has
a girl.
Yeah.
And then from there, then it goes to, I think from there it goes to
their kids.
No,
right?
no. Well,
because there's no other who will be.
But no. Like let's say right now, right at this young age, again, let's say Prince Harry and his 2 kids die, then it goes to I think it would go to the sister now.
A sister
of King Charles. So then it starts going to his family, to his brothers.
Oh. Damn, bro, I don't know. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So do you keep up with that? You're like a fan of the royals?
They're like the Kardashians to me.
Yeah. It's like the Kardashians.
And then I'm like, where am I in line? You know, I'm like 700th or something.
That's funny, dude. It's like, where am I?
One of the kings slept with the slaves, and here I am. Can we say slaves?
No, bro, you can't say that, dude.
But anyways, that's a little story for y'all. That's how that works, the line of succession.
Dude, you put me to sleep.
I did?
Yeah, that was boring, bro.
Well, you asked for it.
Just kidding.
But dude, okay. Anyways, we're here for conspiracy. What do you got?
Bro, you bore me so much that I don't even want to talk about it. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding, dude. Some things I pulled up was Meghan Markle is a robot.
How so?
She does a beep boop.
She
does a robot pretty good when she dances.
That was good.
That was pretty good.
That means she's a robot.
I guess there's a video recently circulated showing, and this comes from Yahoo, not from me. I did not make this up. Don't come at me. And Prince Harry in the audience, and she does not blink or show facial expressions at all. So they think she's a robot for that. But I know she has drama with her own family. But I don't know, man. There's something off about her.
Dude, that's like a red flag. That would be a red flag for me. Like, if she doesn't get along with her family, dude, and she doesn't want to be part of this family, that's a red flag. Like, think about it. They make millions. And then they start crying about, oh, I need security. Like, pay your own self.
I just think it's weird. I don't. There's something off.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to fly over there and just find out what's going on.
Did you know that actually another thing, cool fact, quick fact or whatever is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are actually cousins.
What? How was that?
It's like 15th cousins. I mean, I don't know how you would say that, but but they're like there's blood.
They're blood related?
Yeah, I mean it's 15th in line, so it's like, but it's still there.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get your sources? You just make that up, huh?
Hey, if it sounds legit. No.
It's like if it sounds legit.
I think I saw on TikTok and they was talking about Megan's
TikTok?
dad. Yeah, Megan. Dude, that's like the new news.
It's like the new news?
That's where you go. That's where I go for my facts.
It's like, let me look it up on TikTok really quick.
But no, I was saying that Megan's dad is like something, her down the family is like an aunt to Prince Harry or something.
Damn. I guess. That's cool.
Yeah, keep it in the family.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
That's great.
If you want to keep it in the family, that what you want to do, or?
No, I don't.
It's like
I had to check, make sure I did a DNA test on Lara.
Didn't make sure.
Is that we good?
It's like, all right, cool. But yeah, I didn't know that, dude. That's interesting.
Yeah, come on, bro. Well, if I talked about Kardashians, yeah, I knew that.
I don't know much of Kardashians either.
Mm.
But I like Kylie.
I like
you don't
Kourtney,
like it,
bro.
Huh?
No, is it nice? Kourtney. Which one's the oldest one?
It's Kourtney. Is that?
She's a baddie, bro.
Is that out of all of them? I guess everybody has their own Kardashian they pick up, but I'm technically Kylie's not a Kardashian. But
what happened to?
Huh? Just say.
What about what's the new Kardashian?
The new Kardashian? What are you talking about? What are you?
Caitlyn. What about Caitlyn?
You're into Caitlyn, bro. Come get this guy. He's into Caitlyn Jenner.
There's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with
all fans.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I just think it's like, why?
Why? Everyone needs love, dude. From that guy.
Everybody does need love. That's true.
Yeah.
But do you want to be that person that gives love?
I mean, whatever.
No. All right, bro. That's you.
All right, bro.
Keep it in the family.
keep it in the family. Let's go.
Keep it in the family. But going back to the Royals, you keep taking me off track. Keep keeping it within the Royals. You know what I mean? Yeah. Dude, what's that?
I keep forgetting.
Come on, bro. You have all this stuff and you don't even use them. Ah, man. Now my joke sounds stupid. But going back to them is another thing that this article is talking about is that Prince Harry is the one using Meghan Markle. It's not Meghan Markle using Prince Harry, but Prince Harry is using Meghan Markle to gain control over America. I don't know how. Meghan Markle.
Because it's not like she has.
There's nothing important. Yeah. Before she was involved with the Royals, she was just an actress, wasn't she? Like a small actress.
I forgot what that show she was on. Like,
but that's all really what she was, no? So I don't see that. Oh, it says here, Prince Harry kids will be Americans. He wrote, "What if one grows up to be the president and is in line for the throne?" At the same time. So I guess their kids could run for president and he be in for throne at that time.
True, that makes sense. I didn't doubt about that one.
So now you believe it, bro. Now you're like all shooked. He's shooketh.
Shooketh, bro.
He's shooketh. He's scared now.
Yeah. There you go.
It's like, oh, okay.
It's like out of nowhere.
It's like, oh shit, that scared me too, bro. Do you think that's possible though? Like, what? Nah. There has to be like a conflict of interest there, though, right? Just like when you work at a company, conflict of interest.
No, I don't think so. I think it's doable. But I mean, like I said, he would still.
There's a lot of things.
Out 5 people from the system.
But it's politics, bro. Politics is dirty, bro.
Yeah, look what they did to my girl Diana.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Oh yeah, but we'll get to that one.
I mean, we'll get to that one eventually, but another thing is King Charles is a vampire.
How so?
He looks like a vampire.
Doesn't?
That's all I got. No, it says here that Charles is a descendant of the 15th century Romanian prince. But what does that do with anything?
I don't know. I thought you could tell me he's like Transylvania or something, but...
Yeah.
Next.
Hotel Transylvania? That was a dumb theory. These are all whack, bro. These are all... Queen Elizabeth...
I was a man. Dude, Yahoo, dude. That's what Yahoo's done, dude. Go to Google. Google something else, bro.
It's fake news for Javi.
It's fake news. Wait, while you're trying to find something that's factual, let's go and just jump into Prince Diana. Like that big conspiracy.
Throw it in there. I mean, I don't really have much on that.
So,
started from the top.
So it all started, so what happened is, what I heard from a good source,
Laura's not a good source,
is that, dude, is someone trying to break in my car? Let me know.
No, it says person seen in the backyard. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I should probably do that, huh? It's like...
Yeah. That's weird, dude.
Is it really saying that?
Yeah, dude. And
No way.
Dude, it's almost 1 a.m. Mountain time. To y'all people.
Easterners over there.
So it's saying there's someone in the backyard twice. So I just gotta double check this really quick, bro. I don't want someone breaking in while I'm recording, Catch me off guard, like.
Oh, dude.
So give me 1 sec. Let me take a break.
Please listen to these.
And we'll go to commercials.
Does it work that way?
Nah, there's nothing back there.
That one's good.
Fuck. False. Fake news, bro.
Can you walk me out after this?
Dude, I'm scared, bro.
All right, but while you're checking that, so how it started is King Charles was like 25 years old, and he met Princess Diana, and she was 16. So I think after she turned 18, they got married.
And Prince Diana is
Prince Harry's and Prince William's mama.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's trying to put all that info. Make sure we know. So they get married. They have kids. They have Prince William and Prince Harry. And I guess during this whole time that they were married, King Charles, was hooking up with Camilla, his current wife at this moment.
Okay.
So Prince Diana called Camilla and was like, hey, you got to end it. You can't be doing this. He's my husband, blah, blah. And Camilla was like, I don't care. He's, I love him and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, later on, they get divorced, and so when she divorced Prince, what's his name? King Charles, whatever at that time, she lost the security. Like, she couldn't have any more security from the kingdom. So that's when she went on a date with her mans at that time, and she got in a car. She was trying to hide from paparazzi, and then the paparazzi kept following them, and for some reason, I think the driver was her boyfriend or just some driver that they knew, some friend that they knew. Anyways, he was speeding so fast that he lost control. He hit like a wall or something. And they were saying that the paparazzis were just taking pictures instead of calling for help. And they're taking pictures of her body. And then that one of the reporters or paparazzi heard her say, like, that she was kind of dying and that she needed help and stuff like that. So finally, like 20 minutes go by, and the ambulance goes and helps her out, and yeah, she ends up passing away. I think that same night. But they said if the paparazzi was actually to call earlier and get some help over, that she would have survived. But so her boyfriend died, and the driver, their friend, and then she died.
So what does this have to do with Queen Elizabeth?
Well, the thing behind that, sorry, I forgot to throw that, is that she was gonna do also tell a book about the whole the kingdom, the Queen, King Charles, and all that.
But Meghan Markle did one. How come she didn't die?
Well, because she's in the U.S. She's smart about it. She was in the United Kingdom for things to happen,
But what in this tell-all book did she say?
Who?
Meghan Markle. That was like, oh wow, like we should have killed her. She disclosed a lot of information.
I don't know. I never really read the book. I'm not gonna waste my credit on that. But yeah, I think every family has like its own, secrets.
What's your secret?
It's like can't share that secret. I'll tell you later after.
It's like just once we stop recording.
Then I'll forget to stop. Anyways, but no, anyway, the conspiracy is that pretty much saying that Queen Elizabeth killed Diana because she was about to write the book, and she didn't like that. She was the face of the royal family, even though she was no longer married to Prince Charles, and she just didn't like her. And so there's an interview of Princess Diana saying someone asking her, "Oh, do you see yourself being the queen?" And she's like, "No, I don't see myself making it to that point because I don't fit in the image of like what the royal family wants the next queen to be."
Damn. So they had her killed.
They had to kill her. Execution.
Dang, dude. I'm speechless. Reason behind it, no?
Yeah. I just think it's crazy everything that does happen. I mean, it's conspiracies everywhere. Not just the royal family. It might be here. It might be things you hear in Mexico too.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico. No, I believe that too. I think conspiracy theories are a thing. And like just like say going into these articles, reading of what those conspiracy theories are, it's just like this conspiracy theory is saying that they think she's a reptile. Queen Elizabeth at least, or was a reptile. Which is really weird. But it's like, where do you get this stuff from, Like what makes it look like a thing? And then it says here, Prince Harry is not Prince Charles' son.
Oh yeah, they were saying I heard about that one because his red hair.
Because I think they showed a picture of was it like the driver?
Yeah.
Or was that a novela?
Oh.
Just kidding. I don't know.
Los casos de la vida.
Casos de la vida real.
Yeah, I heard that conspiracy. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one conspiracy. I don't know if you have heard of.
Diana and the guy named James both admitted to having a 5-year affair with Diana.
Yeah, so they were saying that the whole point.
And James is redhead.
Yeah, so before Diana and Charles got divorced, once she found out that he was having an affair, she was having an affair too. So it was just like all out. They said.
Yeah, and I guess this guy James had red hair.
Yeah.
And Charles doesn't have.
But the other thing too that they're saying is that they're saying because Prince William is losing his hair and Harry still has his. They're like, oh, they have different.
I guess but Prince Charles has hair, no?
I guess it does. Huh?
Stupid. You just made that up right now. I just proved your conspiracy wrong.
Oh man, I had another conspiracy. Oh, they're saying, have you ever heard of that book, the Nostradamus?
Mm-mm.
So it's this back in how long ago? I think back in the 1600s, 1500s. Let me look it up real quick before I just start, because I feel like this guy's saying I'm just making stuff up.
Dude, you've been making shit up the whole time.
So Nostradamus it was a philosopher, an astrologer, I guess. He was born in the 1500s. So he came out with a book detailing predictions of the future.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly in that book, he said that the queen was going to die in the year 2022. Which she ended up dying, you know.
Get out of town.
And then what they're saying is that he on there he said that King Charles is not going to be a king for that long. Something's going to happen. And that Prince William and Prince Harry are going to take the throne. That it's going to be an unknown kid that that King Charles had. When I don't know if he was having his fair or just like when he was younger.
Dang.
And just recently, so that came from the Nostradamus book, and just recently, this guy is coming saying that he is King Charles' oldest son, and then he wants to get a DNA test taken because he's saying that the throne belongs to him after his dad passes away.
Oh snap! It's like a soap opera, bro. That is a novela.
Yeah,
that is straight from the novelas.
Yeah,
that's crazy. If it is true, bro, I mean, I don't know if it's true. But if it happens, though, it'd be crazy.
Dude, that would just throw everything out of... Like,
dude, it would throw me.
Throw me?
Against the wall.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff you're dropping, bro. Are you sure? You got your facts?
That's what I'm just...
All right, bro. As long as you have facts, bro. Because I don't want the royals coming over here to try to kill us just because you dropped
right here. King Charles III to abdicate unexpected royal to rule instead. And this is coming from the Nostradamus prediction. See? Right there.
Damn. Good, bro. Throw that. It's not us making those up. But I have it on here.
See? So on the Nostradamus, the preamble is that Queen Elizabeth will die circa 2022. And she died. At the age of around 96, 5 years short of her.
That's cool and all, but the Simpsons predicted it. If the Simpsons didn't predict it, then I ain't buying it.
Look, reading row of Nostradamus cryptic poems dating from 1555, bro. He predicted that.
That's
and
crazy.
Even so, like predicting that there's gonna be a queen ruling the United Kingdom. Because do you know the only reason why she became the queen? Because it wasn't her dad that was next in line to be a king. It was her uncle that was next in line to be the king, and he decided to not take the title because he fell in love with someone that wasn't royal.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only way to marry someone that's not royal, well, I guess.
Well, Meghan Markle's not.
Yeah, but I guess. I don't know if it changed or it was he. Oh, because she was divorced. I think that lady was divorced or something. So he couldn't be king if he married someone this. And I don't know, because that's kind of the same thing with this. He married Camilla and she was divorced too. But at that time, he's like, I don't want to be part of the royal family. I want to give away my title, give away the king role. And so then it was given to Queen Elizabeth's dad. The title, and then when he passed away, then that's when she was
the eldest,
and she was oldest, and she was I think 25, 26 when she took over the kingdom.
Dang, she was young.
Yeah, so she ruled there for 70 years.
Dang.
So
like, yeah, I didn't know she was a queen for that long. So that's why the UK is like all. Like, dang, that's a big change.
That's some creepy stuff, dude. I mean, that's like kind of leads into like spooky season stuff with the whole Nostradamus. I mean, it's a lot of predictions, and they say that and the Simpsons kind of have the same theories or things that do. Some of them don't come to light, some of them do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, like just going based on this article does talk about like the Diana fear that Charles was arranging a fatal car accident to kill her. Dang. I guess it's just corruption and all that type of stuff, bro. Dang.
Well, that's all I got for the conspiracies for the royal family. I don't know if you got something else or.
No, not with the royals. I don't have too much. I don't really know that much stuff about the royals, but it's interesting to hear this type of stuff, dude. Cause like that's what's that's broke news here in the U.S.
Yeah.
And people, us Americans, we pay our respects, but we're also dicks about it because they make jokes and stuff about it too. But it's crazy though. I mean, and it's crazy because this thing that I saw that went viral too was this professor, like, tweeted out saying like, I hope she, like, painfully dies or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was because like.
But I don't know much about it, but I just thought it was like. I don't know, like, I don't know that much stuff, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I read into that. It's just because, the history. I mean, you gotta know, like, there's, racism and everything back then. And back then it was like you conquer kingdoms, right? You conquer land. It wasn't like, you just were, you kind of took, you took the land because you had the stronger army, so, that person that said that about the queen is like, oh, she was, she never deserved to be ruling over countries and stuff like that. And even right now, a lot of people don't like that. There's the whole monarchy, which is like the whole kingdom, like, king and stuff like that. But I like it. I honestly think it's cool. Keeping a tradition that should be gone by now, but I think it's a pretty interesting thing, to have that. And for my daughter to grow up, or your kids to grow up, and how like this is how it was done, like back in the early, like thousands of years ago, and we're still using that type of a system, which I think is cool. I mean, it's like you say, when you're born, you're lucky being born a human, and you're luckier if you're born in the royal family, because you don't have to work besides just having meetings. That's my spiel.
It's like I wish I was born a royal.
Yeah.
It's like I wish I was born a royal.
Oh, it's like
see, it keeps freaking popping up, bro.
Dude,
it's like being weird, dude. Why is it? Man, it's keeping me tripping, bro. It got me tripping. But there's nothing, bro.
It's scaring me. That's for next. Oh, before we end, I don't know if we're gonna end right now. I'm gonna.
Dude, I might. Bro,
he's scared
pray
over
for
here.
me, bro. Dude, but it's weird. I think just Google has the thing where it's just like all fucked up. Because it's been saying that and there's nothing back there.
Oops, mine doesn't say that, bro.
You don't have a floodlight, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't have floodlight, but I have a camera in the back.
Yeah, but so do I, though. I have one on the
But it says moving, but it catches the light because I live right behind the.
But yeah, but it doesn't capture anything else. But whatever. That's another. That'll be coming for Halloween month, bro. Scary stories. We threw some conspiracy theories. Like I said, I don't know much. I was going based off an article that was here. Javi carried that episode for the very first time. So everybody thank Javi. Just a round of applause. It's the first time he carried an episode. Congrats.
Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Hold on.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's like he carried that episode. He has some good facts. And that's cool. I didn't know that much about the royal family, but it's cool to hear that type of stuff. I mean, it's always interesting. I like history. It's always cool. So thank you, Javi, for giving us a.
This guy forgets my host name.
Oh, sorry.
Dude, we can find it and just start sending rude
dude,
messages.
What is your host?
Cijo, bro.
No, yeah, Cijo. Bro, that's a lame ass name.
Anyways, since we're gonna end it here shortly, next week or next time or
it's like next week on vacation.
We're on vacation, man.
We're taking PTO.
Yeah, we're gonna be recording from Vegas, bro.
Live in Vegas. We're gonna have
Sin City.
We're gonna have strippers and cocaine.
Are we? It's only.
Was that even a question, bro?
I guess we're gonna have that. I'm looking forward.
He's like, I didn't even know. I'm excited now. But yeah, we'll be recording from Vegas. We'll see what we talk about there, but We'll be in Vegas.
Why are we going to Vegas though?
Just bachelor party.
No.
We're gonna go see Benito.
Benito.
And
for my peeps out there, that's Bad Bunny.
They don't even know. What if they don't know who Bad Bunny is?
Conejo Malo.
Conejo.
Trap Daddy.
Look him up if you don't know. Bad Bunny. Gonna go see him.
And while you're at looking up Bad Bunny, also look up Karol G. She's a queen.
Queen?
Karol G? Yeah, she's a baddie, bro.
No. Not Karol G. Nah, not Karol G.
Who?
It's not Karol G.
Who else would we look up? Karol G's like the finest one there. Nice.
Alright, bro. I'm not even gonna argue with you, bro. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
And yeah, like going back to what we talked about with the Royals. R.I.P. to the Queen.
Yeah, London has fallen.
London has fallen. Oh, the London Bridge is falling down.
What is that one about the Humpty Dumpty?
I don't know.
Humpty Dumpty's on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the kingdoms and put Humpty Dumpty back together.
Look up those conspiracy theories. There's a lot of crazy conspiracy theories regarding the Royals, like Javi pointed out. And just get your own opinion. There's a lot of things.
Yeah. And check us. Make sure we fact check this. But don't read the Nostradamus because you guys will freak out. I haven't read it. I don't get freaked out. But yeah,
but you have like do you believe in that? Were you a believer when that whole 2012 was gonna happen? No.
A lot of people did. It's like we will believe the Y2K was gonna end. Was gonna end.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things to it, but yeah, I guess I'm just
saying. The thing is, people read the Nostradamus book and stuff like that. They'll wrap their whole life around it, like, oh, it's saying here this is gonna
because happen. Everything that was in it, did it come? I never read it, but things that wasn't straight to the detail, right?
Yeah. It's like
some things did happen, some things didn't happen. Like,
it would be more freaky if it said on September the 16th on 2022 the Queen will die, or not 16th,
the 8th.
The 8th, But it did say circa. It did say, I don't even know if circa was the word back then, but it did say 2022. So it's like.
But that's a pretty good guess, bro. Like,
okay.
Like, not a guess, but like a very specific. Still, like 2022. Back then, like, why would you throw that number out?
And then you say about the kid, and then someone else is saying that they they belong and they're part of That's another one that was reading in the book. Is just.
But what's another thing that was in the book and happened? Do you know?
The Twin Towers.
That happened.
Mm-hmm. Except the way it was on the book. It was saying about skies and. It was gonna, because of course they didn't know the United States existed, but it said it was gonna attack one of the kingdoms or something that supported the world or something like that. Kind of like in the World Trade Center and all this other stuff that they kind of combined those words to say.
Damn, that's crazy.
So we'll have more. We probably look get some things from that book and then just kind of talk about it.
Yeah, I think because it's cool. I'm bought into that type of stuff. So
we'll have that sometime. Probably like spooky season, because I think we're gonna record next week. It will be the 20. Yeah.
That'll be probably the last time we record in September.
Yeah. So we'll get there. We'll read some of those things and see what y'all think and believe and. It's really up to you guys, I don't believe in that book, but if y'all have something that you believe, if y'all have crystals in your house, then you probably believe the book. No, I'm just kidding. I'll scratch that,
No. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I think I'm all for that. I'm not saying I'm believing some of that stuff, but I think it's crazy when you go back, like say when I go back to The Simpsons and stuff, it's crazy how some things that they put on there happen. Yeah. So I'm just like, it's crazy, but it's always good to talk about. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, we'll bring that up.
And then like I said, we're going back to, it's gonna be October, so it's gonna be pretty sick too.
Yeah. we're gonna keep bringing you guys content again, things that we come up, and again, as you're watching us on YouTube, TikTok,
YouTube. I think we barely announced that in episode 6, which was about like less than an hour ago. Isn't that episode's not even out yet? And these episodes are gonna come out back to back, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start putting them all on YouTube. Like just boom, throw them out there, all those videos, and then this one will get released by Monday. I'm gonna try to get more videos. It's not as easy as it looks. It takes a bit, but I would say all the videos that we have on file, besides episode 5, we didn't record. We didn't do video. They should be on there.
Oh yeah, episode 5. That one is like a hidden. It's like limited edition, hidden treasure.
Yeah.
No one knows about that episode.
And we also got a blooper for that one too. Remember?
We had a what?
Blooper. Kind of like I was messing up. You were joking and being a dick and all that.
Oh, but. I don't remember, bro. But
he doesn't remember. He's an old guy over here.
He's an old guy.
But I would say by latest Wednesday, I'm off on Wednesday because I had to take a day off before I go see Benito.
You can't take the day off, bro. Oh my gosh.
Need to rest that day. But no, that's when I'm gonna put. I'll make sure all the videos are up. But so far, season 1, well, whatever. This is of course season 1. Episode 1 is on YouTube right now.
Dude, you gotta keep these freaking 4 followers like.
Entertained.
Yeah, like you can't freaking put them out till Wednesday. You gotta make sure that out is. You gotta make sure that's out now, like right now. Like post it right now.
I can't, bro.
It's like 1. It's like 1 in the morning Mountain Time.
Yeah, so I'm
Dude,
tired.
that shit keeps going on with this person's scene, man. It's pissing me off.
Let me see. I want to see what it says.
It's just this person's scene, bro. It's bugging me, bro. It's just like there's nothing, and it's like every 10 minutes. It says
the person scene is pretty freaky trippy.
And it's every 10 minutes, like no joke. It's every 10 minutes that it goes by. So
we might even post some of that video footage. If
you might. Yeah, as we're being like and being interrupted by whatever's out there, we might have to start spooky season pretty soon. You know. But it's weird, man. It keeps throwing me off, bro. Yeah. And there's nothing, dude. As I'm looking at it, and there's nothing.
But you do know the longer the video, the more it takes to process. So you got anything for the folks out there?
What do you mean?
Before we can end it, bro. That's it. I don't want to scare me right now. I gotta go home. I gotta drive.
Dude, if it's out there, then it's like gonna go in the front too. You know. But you say you're not scared of this stuff. Damn.
Things can happen, bro.
There's nothing out there, bro.
But
I think it's life.
I'm gonna post some stuff. But yeah, these audios our podcasts on Spotify and Anchor will get posted Sunday. The videos I'm gonna try getting some also on Sunday, possibly some tomorrow, Saturday, which we already on right now. But I'm gonna get some, post on there. Show you guys how we look. I think I lost weight. Who knows?
This guy, he's gaining weight, my guy. That's weird. It's still on, but
so if you notice like a difference, just let me know. Give me a shout out. Be like, yo, I noticed.
He's like, hey, bro, you look good. Psych. Yeah. Be like, just fucking tell him off. Like you, you ugly ass. Don't even put video.
That hurt my ears, bro. It scared me too, dude.
Oh shoot! What was that, dude?
It's freaking me out. Do the outro, bro, because I'm about to go.
Dude, what?
What dropped, dude?
Dude, what was that? Yo, we might die. He's like, don't talk, bro. Watch. Do not. That's weird. Yo. Dude, you gonna die, bro.
I'm scared.
It's like, damn, dude, that's something else. Dude, while recording a podcast and you get caught with that stuff, dude, that's something else.
Chewy, you let us know what's up. Oh, dude, it popped over there.
What?
That thing. What is it?
Where's it at, though?
It's always over there.
Oh, fuck.
I'll get it once.
Oh, fucking broke.
Bro, what do you got to say to our peeps, bro?
Fuck, dude. Be careful out there, bro. It's just spooky season out there.
Yeah, I gotta make it home. So
no, but like I said, we'll be bringing out more content. Sorry, I'm fucking distracted today or tonight. It's just fucking something else. But god damn it, my little arm fucking fell apart. But yeah, we'll just what he's been saying. We'll keep. I mean, hopefully he takes it out. He always says he's gonna take it out, and never does.
Take what out?
Take it out.
Take what out? Take it out right now.
Nah, but the videos, bro.
Dude, it's not easy.
So I mean, but hopefully he takes it out.
But we already have one video on YouTube. I'll have the other.
Is that like the very first episode, bro? We're in episode 7. And mine is the one episode. I mean, yeah, episode 5. But
too, with these two, like, but I'll get out 2nd, 3rd, 4th out.
So, but yeah, hopefully you guys see. And we upgraded, as we've been saying throughout our episodes, that we've been upgrading our stuff. But my arm just broke, so I'm a little sad. But whatever. But yeah, keep listening. We'll bring out more content. We'll bring out conspiracy theories. Spooky season's coming. We're in Vegas. TikTok. We're live on TikTok, YouTube, and that's kind of all I got.
All right, yeah. So thanks again, and if you're listening, make sure to listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, and all the other social media accounts.
Yeah, if we don't make it to
Thoughts of the Spot
episode 8, it's because we fucking died.
Yeah, something crazy happened, but yeah, I appreciate you guys listening to episode 7. Much love. Keep on listening, keep supporting, and yeah, thanks again.
Thanks again.